Go. All right. Hey, good morning, First Christian Church. It was kind of weird not doing a weekly update last week, but I was probably sitting on the front porch overlooking the mountains, and yeah, wow. I'll tell you what, it was so good to be away on vacation, though. It really was. I got to sit in an amazing leather chair, and I got to read my Bible. I got to sit on the front porch and pray and talk and commune with God, and it was good. It was really, really good. But I also thought a lot, and I know what you're thinking. I'm sure his brain almost broke thinking about things, but I was thinking about things, and I thought about things a lot. And I'm always analyzing what's going on at church. I'm always analyzing not only what's happening with families. I'm analyzing what's what we're doing. If what we're doing is producing fruit, if it's not producing fruit, are we going to be doing this? Are we not going to be doing this? And I'm constantly thinking about things and what do we need to do? Because when we come on Sunday mornings, in the vast majority of the churches in here, why? What do we need to do differently? How do we need to do something else? What do we do to get people in? How can we make things more comfortable for them? What do we need to do? What do I have to change? And then I'm thinking about Sunday school. And what was working and what wasn't working. Why was it working? Why were people going to some class and not going to others? What do we need to do differently? What do we need to change? What do we have to do? And I'm constantly thinking of these things because it is all about spiritual growth. It really is. It's about my spiritual growth. It's about your spiritual growth. What do we need to do differently to get you engaged, excited, want to be here, waking up on Sunday morning and just going, yay, I get to go to church. What do we need to do? So I'm thinking about those things. And I'm going to have to talk with people. What do we need to do differently? Because it's not working. It's not. Anyway, so last week, guest speaker came in, which was awesome. I watched his sermon, and I know it went way over typically what we normally do on Sunday mornings, but I thought his message was amazing. I thought he had really good things to say. What was it? 42% of the people who live in Clay County do not go to church or have no affiliation with the church. 42%. And so that means that there's a mission field out there. And then he was talking about, we have to reach the next generation, and we have to do things differently for the next generation so that we can get them involved. Oh, I went down into the children's church, the nursery area, and I went into that one classroom where they are getting stuff to put in the youth room, and it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see all this stuff go in there. So it's awesome. Reaching the next generation. And I have been talking about this from the very beginning. It's not about me. It's about him. It's not about what I want. It's not about what I like. It's about him. We've got to keep thinking about that. Anyway, this week, we are supposed to be reading Joel. And I'll tell you what, I when I was reading Joel, and I've read Joel many, many times. I read it 2 times last week. I read it again this morning. And I was wondering, what am I going to say? I think I figured it out. I think he was telling me what he wants me to say. But Joel, the prophet Joel, he was going to the people. He was going to the church. He was going to the Israelites. And he's saying, please, 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 please. You better wake up, or an army is going to come and wipe everything out. Listen to what he says, and he's referring to the locusts, but the locusts is really the army, the Assyrians, the Babylonians who are going to be coming. And he says, hear this, you elders, listen, all who live in the land. Has anything like this ever happened in your days or in the days of your forefathers? Tell it to your children, and let your children tell it to their children, and their children to the next generation. Huh, right? So basically, right there in the first verse, he's talking about what you heard on Sunday. You got to tell it to the generation, to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation. All these things that are happening, we've got to be able to express and say what needs to happen to the following generations so that they get this. Listen, this will never change. I will teach straight from this every single week. But we got to be able to get it to the next generation. That's the plan. How do we do it? Well, one thing we need your help. More about that later. Love you guys. So glad to be home. So glad to be here. Keep growing. I will talk to you later. All right, love you guys. Bye.